Hello, loved ones, and welcome to another episode of From My Heart to Yours. Welcome to the stream.
I spent a lifetime hiding in the grave with a heavy heart and nothing left to say. Battling shadows, walking in the rhythm of the life I didn't choose. From the silent cries and the darkest nights to the moments I almost gave up the fight, I was lost in the echoes of a hollow sound, searching for a solid piece of ground. But I'm Love Marlene 411, and I'm standing tall. I'm living proof that you can survive it all. From the 411 to the depths of my soul, I'm taking back the pieces, making them whole. It's a journey of healing, a path to the light. We're breaking every curse and winning the fight. From my heart to yours, let the healing start. We're making peace with the past and broken parts. It's more than just a story, it's a brand new lens, seeing where the trauma stops and where the light begins. Breaking generational chains, link by link, learning how to feel, learning how to think, guarding my spirit, my mind and my peace, watching the anxiety and the tension release. I found a self-love that was always meant to be a gift from God, now living in me. No more worthlessness, no more shame. I'm calling out the joy and I'm calling it by name. I am conscious of the seeds we sow. Watch how the garden starts to grow. But I'm Love Marlene 411, and I'm standing tall. I'm living proof that you can survive it all. From the 411 to the depths of my soul, I'm taking back the pieces, making them whole. It's a journey of healing, a path to the light. We're breaking every curse and winning the fight. From my heart to yours, let the healing start. We're making peace with the past and broken parts. Spread the love, spread the light, live your best life, hold on tight. I'm Love Marlene for Marlene 411. The journey has just begun.
Hello, loved ones. How are you doing? Welcome to this week's episode of From My Heart to Yours. And I have to first start off by apologizing that I could not do the stream yesterday. I was in no mental space to be able to do it. But we're here today and we're pushing through and we're doing this stream because I know that this is a conversation that my loved ones, you all need this conversation. We need to talk about this subject. Today's topic is, man, my screen just went blank. I hope you guys are able to see this. Okay. So today's topic is closing doors to open opportunities. Now, I cannot tell you all enough how important it is to give yourself the permission to close a door so that you can open new ones. And I am speaking from my own personal experience. I never used to think that it was important to close the door when it comes to whoever it is, romantic relationship, friendship, business deals, whatever. When something has gone south or the relationship is just not fulfilling your needs, it's very important, loved ones, that we close doors in order to open up opportunities. And when we just leave things unsaid, we just ignore the problems, it causes more problems. And if you grew up like I did, where you just didn't talk about things, you just ignore things, just thinking, well, if I ignore it, it'll go away, they'll go away. All of that shows our maturity, it shows our healing, and it shows our growth. I want for us to be better than that, to give people closure and also have closure for ourselves so that we can open up what is meant to be behind the next door that is about to open. See, you close one door and you open another. And my thing many years ago, I used to be so afraid to close doors with friendships just to tell people how I really felt. Now, this is important, loved ones. Tell people how you feel. They may not like it. Actually, they may hate it. They probably will block you, never deal with you again. But when you get that off your chest, you give yourself freedom. You have peace of mind, and you also give other people clarity as to what they have done, how they have hurt you, and that's personal growth right there, then and there. I love that the last relationship that I was in romantically, I really wanted to be very petty, very ignorant, go off and snap, but that's not what I did. I took a break, I got my mind together, and when I was ready, I made that phone call. Hey, we need to have a conversation. X, Y, and Z happened. I thought I could change it. I thought I could pivot you. I thought you were the right person for me, and you're not. It's not that I have anything against you, but you and I just don't work. When you tell people that, they're most likely not going to like it. They're not going to appreciate it. Sometimes they'll actually hate you. But that's okay, because when you close the door, especially in romantic relationships, and just say, it's just not working, give people that closure. And I understand there are some times where you cannot have closure, especially when it's a very serious DV situation or something that's very toxic, and they're not going to be open to any reason. So you have to just leave them alone, just act literally run away. But in cases that are not so extreme, give people the closure. Tell people how you feel. And I'll tell you the reason why you tell people when they did not meet your standard, your expectation. When you tell people, you were a liar, you were manipulative, you were immature, you were not able to meet my sexual needs, you were not X, Y, and Z. When you tell people what it is, there is no in their mind, no excuses, always wondering what happened. Tell people so that you give them the opportunity to grow. See, we're better, loved ones. We're better than previous generations. I remember when I was growing up, I used to see a lot of toxicity and just a lot of ghosting and avoidance. No, that's not what we do, loved ones. And that's why this is an episode of From My Heart to Yours that I did not want to skip. We're not going to ignore people. We're not going to make excuses. We're just going to say what it is. Even when we are on the other side of that, maybe it's not them that did something. Maybe we're the wrongdoers. And that's when you take a deep breath and a sigh, because it's hard to be mature enough to say, I did X, Y, and Z, and I'm sorry that I hurt you. Will you please forgive me? Even if they say no, you still made the step of maturity to put it out there and say, I did X, Y, and Z. I'm accountable for that, and I'm sorry for what I did. When you do that, you allow for more opportunities to come to you because you've learned, you've grown. And when you don't do those things, you find yourself repeating this, just another relationship. The same old thing. You keep choosing the wrong type of people because you have not healed. You have not accepted what you have done. You have kept allowing people to run over you and disrespect you. And there's no way that you can get a healthy relationship, a loving relationship, in all relationships, not just romantic, healthy friendships, healthy mindset, healthy focus. We can't be healthy if we are not healthy ourselves. So it's not a thing that we're immature loved ones. We're not just saying, oh, it was my ex, it was my sibling, it was my parent, it was this person, it was that person. Even if it is, even if other people have done wrong to you, but do you have your eyes wide open? Have you grown? Have you healed to be able to speak up and have these conversations? See, we're a new generation. We're not the generation that we cover up things and we don't talk about it and we ignore it. No, we do better. We know better. We apologize. We communicate. And when a relationship is not serving us, we close the door. Not run away like we're used to seeing, not making excuses. Well, I was tired and is this, and I didn't have that. No, we're mature women and men, and we make good decisions. We make good choices. We don't run from it. We face ourselves in the mirror because we're good role models. We're good examples. Okay. Thank you so much, always. I really appreciate the super sticker. How are you doing? Happy Monday. Welcome to the From My Heart to Yours. I really appreciate every single person who comes to the streams every single week. And today, this topic is one that I most definitely did not want to skip because there are so many times in my life where I ignored when I was wrong. I would allow things. Have any of you ever kept people around in your life for too long? You know that the season has long since been done. It's actually never been good for you. You've never been happy with them. You've never been happy around them. They drain you. And that's one of the reasons why we have to close doors. You got to close doors in order to open yourself up for new opportunities. And I'm so grateful that I have matured enough to say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Or to say, I'm allowing this person to run over me. Or I see that this person is not what I need. And I love myself enough to not settle. So I'm paying this message forward because we deserve to not settle for toxic people, toxic friends, and even relatives, because this is the biggest category of individuals who bring pain into our life, who hurt us and disappoint us. I can't tell you all how many times I have cried myself to sleep or cried at work or cried somewhere because of what a relative did or said or didn't support or backstabbed or used me. I can't tell you how many times relatives have hurt me. Thank you so much for all of the super chats always. I really appreciate it. I can't tell you how many times my relatives have disappointed me. And it's not to throw them under the bus, but it's the honesty of it all, that they just don't know how to communicate. Some just, they're used to the cycles of brokenness. They're used to just not having conversations, not closing doors, not telling people their expectations, their boundaries when they are disappointed, when someone does something that we don't like, speaking up for yourself, communicating. And as adults, we need to be doing this more so. And I didn't grow up in this. I'm very new in this communication thing. The majority of my life I spent when I didn't like something, I would just go into my own shell, shut down, um, talk, or if I had something to say, instead of facing the person that was hurting me, I would run, because what you see from the past is what you repeat. But no, loved ones, we're creating generational healing, not brokenness. So we talk about how we feel. We we do so, especially not when we're angry, not just screaming and ranting and raving and putting our hands on people and letting other people that are very vulnerable in our lives, the children, um, those who are elderly, those who are special needs, those who are disabled, those who are vulnerable. We want to be good role models, not just keep making excuses. So that was the thing that I wanted to create: generational healing and wholeness and communication about how I felt. And also it meant that I had to also learn to respect other people's boundaries as well. Not just us saying, I don't like when you do X, Y, and Z, but also accepting when maybe you may be overbearing or negative or judgmental or disrespectful. It's always two sides to a coin. And it means that you have to do some humbling of yourself. You got to humble yourself, and you have to be patient with yourself. You also have to respect yourself and other people. And why this is such an important conversation to have about talking, having communication, talking about how you feel, closing doors so that you can open other opportunities. Because if the people around you, say, for example, your children and your relatives, if you don't create that sort of vulnerability, that sort of communication, that we talk our way through things, that we support one another. And that was a brand new thing. That was opening new doors for me and my family. We That was very new. Even sometimes it's still very uncomfortable to tell people, I don't like X, Y, and Z. No, I don't like that. No, I don't want to be there. I don't appreciate that. That hurt me. When you do that, you allow other people to know how to treat you. We train people how to treat us. But because of so many years of manipulation and trauma and abuse and disrespect and feeling that things were okay that weren't okay, we allow things. We allow ourselves to be rugs and we will let people walk over us because of the past, because of maybe your parents or siblings or your ex or whoever it may be, friendships, people online. There's so many people that they cross lines and don't treat us the way that we deserve. But we can change that. You can pivot that, loved ones. You can pivot that and you can change it so that you can get a better treatment. One of the best things that I ever did, um, after some of the the elders in our family, some of the older people, there's a lot of toxicity that you walk around on eggshells and you don't talk about things. Those things need to end. We need to be bringing peace into our families, into the people that we deal with, the people that we love. We need to inform them. I feel X, Y, and Z. And also on the other side is learning to be more appreciative, show gratitude to the people that we care about, the people who do things for you, even saying, thank you, I'm sorry, I appreciate you, thank you so much, and etc. That's so important for training others, but also showing that we respect ourselves and we're not just people that use. you could get caught up in that cycle that you don't like to be used, but also are you using other people? We want to set the standard. I only want to give what I want to receive. We want it to be an equal thing. We want to show other people I respect myself, but I also respect you. Why that is going to open some doors is when people know that you're not going to be, like very angry. You're not going to be manipulative. You won't hide. There's not going to be gaslighting. There's not going to be manipulation and all of those things. Good things start to happen when you are healed, when you have better mental health, when you have those conversations. And I can't tell you all enough. Always says, yes, indeed. I can't tell you all enough how hard it is to say when you're wrong, I'm sorry. That was wrong. That was unkind. I should have supported you, or whatever it is. Even the things that you may not think is important from your children or your spouse, a significant other, your friends, this person or that person, people you meet on social media. We're all different. We've all been through different things, but we cannot demand respect and disrespect other people. It doesn't work that way. And that is something that I have to stomach it. I have to swallow it because I'm growing. I'm learning. I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect. None of us are, but we have to stop expecting for people to always treat us right and do the right thing, and then we can come off harsh, mean, cold, disrespectful. We don't want to be what we cannot stand. And for me, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have this conversation. It's hard to be vulnerable. I wanted to show the next generations, like my nieces and my nephews and cousins and other people, see generational healing and not brokenness. And I'm so grateful for that. I can't tell you guys how grateful I am that I have a stronger ties with my siblings, that we communicate about things. We say, that hurt my feelings. I don't like that. Can you stop? Or even saying out your mouth, I need you to support me because X, Y, and Z. When you do that, then you can't get mad and just say, I want you to be there. To inform people, communicate, be specific. I need you there because I need to see my brother or my sister. I need to see my mom or my cousin. I need to see my friend. Your support means a lot to me. Not just, well, they should know how I feel. No, we don't do that. That's manipulative. That's playing with people's feelings and their heart. We don't do that. We're not doing that. That's a part of the generational brokenness and having that expectation. Oh, they know how I feel. No, don't say they know how I feel. Tell people, I love you. I appreciate you. You matter to me. Or I'm sorry. And whatever it is, even if the relationship can't be what you call it, it can't be salvaged. There's a lot of times where relationships can't be salvaged because it's too many hurtful things that have been done. But still, before you close that door permanently, you still want to say X, Y, and Z. It was this and that. I wish you the best in the future, but this is not working because of whatever it is. You know how grateful I am now that I know how to tell somebody that. I can tell somebody, you hurt me. You're very disrespectful. I don't like the tone of your voice. When you're specific with people, they may not like it, but they for sure know how to treat you moving forward. They for sure know how to treat you. And for that, I am appreciative of personal growth. And I know that all of you who are listening to this live, whether you're live or in the replay, I know that you appreciate when someone treats you with respect, when someone is kind to you, and when someone isn't. If someone cannot meet your needs, it's time for you to close the door. Close the door of that romantic relationship if it's not helpful and healing, if you're not growing, if you don't feel peace there. The same thing with friendships and with relatives. If there's toxicity and abuse and manipulation and gaslighting, close the door. Not It's not always because you hate them, but because you're not growing. See, that's the thing about opportunity. You cannot grab onto opportunity if you have people who are dragging you down. We all know about those crabs in the barrel, and they will bring you down to your nothing. They will drag you down. They will break you. They will take all your money. They will affect your health. They will make you sick mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. They will ruin you. They will ruin your life if you don't close the door. Now, I know that when you're going to close the door, this is what I have to prepare you, loved ones, for. When you're going to close that door, they're going to say, I'm sorry. Give me a second chance. They're going to try to grasp at straws and, oh, I'll change. Oh, let's go to therapy. Oh, let's work on us. I promise I'll be a better friend. I'll be a better sibling. I'll be a better person in the romantic relationship. The excuses, all of it will come pouring out, because when people realize that they're going to lose you, when they realize that they will no longer have access to you, this is when they're going to make those last ditch efforts to do the right thing, what they know they should have been doing all along. And that part is up to you if you want to stay around. But as for me, when I know that someone has always been trying to drag me down, always trying to put me down, disrespect me verbally, emotionally, mentally, financially, bring me down, or abuse me, this is when it's time to close that door. Because the opportunity that is on the other side of closing the door is peace of mind. And I can't tell you all enough how much peace I have, so much peace of mind. And peace is one of the most important things that you can ever possess, loved ones. There's nothing like having peace. There's nothing like loving yourself. There's nothing like being able to do something that you want to do without their giving you the side eye, or saying things in front of your face, or being somewhere where you feel uncomfortable. You got to close the door for from those individuals, because if you don't, you're going to continue to be angry and miserable, and you will be toxic, because when you stay around toxic people, you become just like them. And I'll tell you, because I know, thinking that you're going to change them and making excuses for them and all those things, and say, oh, that's my family. Listen, family are people who choose you back, not just because you're related to them, and not because you've been in a romantic relationship for a long time. It doesn't mean it's good for you. A person could be your mama. That could be your father. It could be your sibling. It could be your children. It could be your friend, allegedly, right? These are all people who claim that they love you. But if you're not growing, if they're toxic, if all they're doing is pulling from you and taking from you and using you and disrespecting you, and you don't feel good around them, they make you feel drained and strained. If they're blocking you, many relatives or alleged loved ones, they claim to come in the name of love, but really they come in the name of distraction. They're there to distract you. They're there for you to help them, but they're not there to help you. And when you finally realize, when you take off the rose-colored glasses, when you stop letting people manipulate you, when you stop letting them control you, when you believe in yourself, when you finally start looking at yourself and say, I love myself, I'm my own best friend, and nobody is going to stop that. See, once you not only say you love yourself, but you believe it, now you are finally opening the door. It's like letting yourself out of the cage that you always had the ability to open that cage. It's like they clip your wings. They don't give you the freedom to fly and to grow and expand and be the best woman or be the best man that you can be. And that's not going to happen. We're just not going to allow that. And, in the past, when you didn't know better, when you didn't believe in yourself, when you didn't have enough confidence, when you didn't know how to speak up for yourself, you stop blaming yourself for what was. And now it's about today. It's resetting, it's turning the page, it's giving yourself the permission to start over again and over again and over again as many times as you need to, so that you can be your best self. So you can open up opportunities to use your gifts, to be blessed, to whatever it is, to have better health. I can't tell you guys how much, since I have closed doors from toxic people, I used to have headaches all the time. I never used to have money in my pocket. Never. I was always broke. My bills were always late because I was always trying to help somebody at the cost of hurting myself. See, but we're not doing that anymore, loved ones. We're going to love ourselves. We're going to be our best self. We will show up for ourselves and do our very best. Yes. So I just wanted to encourage the loved ones with this From My Heart to Yours episode. Close those doors. If you're not growing, if you're not happy, if there is no peace, if there's disrespect, or you're just not growing, or the person has just never been right for you, give yourself the permission to close that door. And then you'll be open to peace and joy and freedom and healing and positivity and personal growth using your gifts. See, until you close the door to toxicity, you cannot open the doors to your blessings. You cannot open the doors to your dreams becoming actualized. And you deserve to have all of that. So, short episode tonight, but a very powerful one, a very important one. Each of us deserves to be respected, to have peace, to be loved, to be supported, and to be our best self. So don't stay where you're not growing. Don't stay where you're not healed. Don't stay in spaces where people hurt you or disrespect you or never show up for you. Leave those people alone and open the door to your clarity, to your healing, and your peace of mind. I am Love Marlene 411. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of From My Heart to Yours. I really appreciate every single one of you. Keep growing, keep loving yourself, and close that door. Not because it's going to be easy, but because of what you're going to get on the other side of that closed door. And I wish you all the best in the future, and know that you deserve it. No matter how hard it is, close that door, leave those people alone, and be your best self. I will see you guys on next week's episode.
I spent a lifetime hiding in the grave with a heavy heart and nothing left to say. Battling shadows, walking in the rhythm of the life I didn't choose. From the silent cries and the darkest nights to the moments I almost gave up the fight. I was lost in the echoes echoes of a hollow sound, searching for a solid piece of ground. But I'm Love Marlene, 411, and I'm standing tall. I'm living proof that you can survive it all. From the 411 to the depths of my soul, I'm taking back the pieces, making them whole. It's a journey of healing, a path to the light. We're breaking every curse and winning the fight. From my heart to yours, let the healing start. We're making peace with the past and broken parts. It's more than just a story, it's a brand new lens, seeing where the trauma stops and where the light begins, breaking generational chains.